Sexy guys and girls, how you all doing? Not in my house today, no, we're up London, so I'm going to do a review from here of one of my DVDs that I picked up, so I'll quickly show you it. I'm going to review, or the main one for today is Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, which just come out. Okay, so we're going to walk into the British Museum while I'm doing this one. Now, I don't want to look like a cunt, so I'm not going to hold up the DVD or the Blu-ray in my hand like some sort of wanker. I'm just going to walk around and talk to you about it while I'm doing it, and the rest of them we'll do when we get back home tonight. But I just thought I'd give you a different view as we're walking in, or look at an ass while you're walking in with me. Anyway, yeah, so this is the British Museum, which was on the Mummy Returns, when the double-decker bus arrives and all the mummies come out of it and they start coming to attack. One big mother of a place, as you'll see in a minute when I go in the main hall. But anyway, to this film, yeah, I've just picked that up. No, it's not a steelbook. I don't mind doing Amaray reviews now and again. It's, steelbook's getting a bit old hat now. I mean, I just bought the Rush one, and I'm not going to buy the steelbook of that because it looked a really dull steelbook. So I thought, oh, nice little lenticular Amaray, get that instead. But yeah, Mortal Instruments is the first of 3 books that were released. The second one was City of Ashes, which, before it was made, they were going to do a sequel, and it hasn't taken enough money. Even though I didn't think it's actually a bad film, it hasn't taken enough money. So what has happened is they cancelled it, which means that some of the unanswered questions in this first one, which would be left to either the second or the third movie, sadly have not come to pass. So that bit's a bit of a shame. But I think this film reminds me a little bit of like a Constantine film. But the only problem with it is you've got this twilight sort of bit about 2/3 of the way through, which just slows down the rate of play of the actual movie itself and makes it really, really poor. And then it gets back and kicks off with the action again with Jonathan Rhys Meyers, who I've seen in many films like the Tudors series, or Mission Impossible 3 as one of the Cruise's gang. But it's a good film. It kicks off really well. You've got this girl, Lily Collins, old duck face, because she loves to pout and stick her lips out. And we're talking about the ones on her face. Duck face. And yeah, just funny enough, I just saw her in Mirror last night, or a bit of it. Didn't really like that film, but she did look good. And she played the role well, and she keeps getting these visions in her head, and all of a sudden she's able to see demon hunters that no one else can see, and everyone thinks she's crazy, and she thinks she's going crazy. And then it kicks off and they tell her that she's actually a hunter too. Well, we've heard this story before, haven't we? And she hasn't known about it for all 20 odd whatever years until now, but it's come to pass, and she can see vampires and demons, and she's up against the battle of evil. And now they've noticed her, and she can notice them, that they've located her, the good guys, and they're going to help her out, and they're going to fight against everything. Now, it has got a good story, especially with the Jonathan Rhys Meyers as the villain in it. He's really, really good, incidentally. He really kicks some arse in this movie. But you can mostly see him at the end, and it's a really good twist on a story at the end of who he really is, what he's about, and also to do with ties to do with some of the other characters that are in it too. But I'm not going to mention any of that because that's totally going to ruin the film for me. You saw an Easter statue from those Easter Islands there. I'm just walking around the courtyard, which is a massive glass thingy-majiggy as we go around here. And hopefully because it's so big I'm not getting dizzy going around here circle over circle. But yeah, it's a good film. It comes with the extras. It came out today, I think in the US it's come out a few days ago. Yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, it goes for like 14 quid or something like that, but I do recommend it. It's got some great special effects. There's a really kick-ass bit near the beginning with a demon dog in it. Makes the Resident Evil zombie dogs look like shit. It's really, really classy. And speaking of London, and while I'm here, only London do not give a shit what you do. Now, this is what I love about London. No one cares what you do here. No one cares at all. I went in Forbidden Planet. I've got this really nice Art Stan Winston signed book, which I'll show you at the end of the video. And there was a guy in there dressed up in a Superman costume, and I was looking at him thinking, is he serious? Maybe he works in one of the museums and that's why he's dressed like that. No, he's just come to London dressed as Superman, head to toe, boots, everything. I can't believe it. But pretty much that is exactly what he's done. And it's hilarious. I wish I got it on film, but I'd look so bloody obvious. And the reason why people don't seem to give a shit is I was looking at other people around him, and none of them, they gave him a quick look and they just turned around and got on what they're doing. I didn't really care. And anywhere else, but in London, you wouldn't get that. It's so weird. So, hilarious moment in London, and I'm sure there'll be many others. I'm sorry I didn't get it on video for you, but it's really funny. Just walking through the Rome museums here. I've got a few hours to kill after I've done this video before I meet up with my mates for a bit of dinner later on, but it's a good place to sort of get a bit of history in you. But yeah, really funny moment. Anyway, also moving on to the other videos I picked up a few other videos too. Have you ever heard of one called The Last Passenger? I'll show you that once we get out of here afterwards. As I said, I don't really want to hold them up to the camera and look like some sort of wanker. But there's a pretty good film and so forth. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of the British Museum where I've reviewed the Mortal Instruments, or not really reviewed it because it's a bit hard to think and walk around at the same time. Giving you a slight rundown of what it's like. Good transfer quality, good extras on it too. But what we're going to do, we're going to head back home now, and I'll show you everything I've picked up from the day. Maybe it's something you like and you want to rock on and get it too. I'll see you in a minute. And just before I go off back home and show you the rest of my goodies, I thought because it's Chinese New Year, yeah, the snake. In Friday, it's a couple of days from now, about 3 days from now. I thought I'd just quickly show you Chinatown all done up with all the lanterns and that. Oh yeah, it looks particularly funky, pretty cool and happening. And hopefully I should meet up with Gavin in a minute and pick one of the restaurants here, because it's just rude not to. Pick somewhere it's nice to eat. Also, this is going to happen in the middle of the video. I normally ask for it at the end of the video. Leave your comments on the video, what you think, any new ideas, anything new you want to see, stuff like that, you know, goodies. Subscribe if you haven't, please, always appreciate it. And I'll chat to all of you, well, in the video tomorrow, but for you, straight away. So, see you all guys in a minute, shall we? Yeah! Okay, we're back at home again now. Boring, back to the boring floorboards. We're home for a little while because my place has been sold. New house coming up soon. Right, okay, here we go. These is 2 other pickups. Well, I've got 3. I've got something else special that I got from Forbidden Planet, the place where the guy I mentioned with the Superman costume is. The first one is Last Passenger. Now, this is good. I've got this for under £10 bargain, and it's only just come out Monday. And it's the story of As It Goes. I mean, I haven't seen it. It's got Dougray Scott in it. Dougray for Mission Impossible 2, you'll recognise. And it's about a train that all of a sudden he gets on it, he's late on his way home, and it goes through the station and it goes through another station. Now, what the hell's going on? The remaining passengers being hijacked basically by a complete nut who wants to go on a killing spree and probably kill himself on the way. And these 6 passengers don't get on, they've got to work together to try and find a way to stop the train before the instant death. Sounds good. Reviews were good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that, hopefully very soon. But I hate the tagline, look, 1 train, 6 passengers, no chance. The other one, because I heard good reviews on the UK British Empire magazine, which by the way has got 25 different covers for the X-Men characters now. It looks pretty awesome. It's the Banshee chapter. It got extremely high reviews. Said it was really creep you out sort of
stuff going on in this movie, and it's classy to a different extent. So I'm really looking forward to the Banshee chapter. It does look cool, and we all love our horror films. I love my horror films, so I've got to add that one to it. Now the big thing that I bought at London was this. It's the Winston effect. Now they do have this version out for slightly cheaper going on Amazon, but I got the one that's got the sign limited edition to it, and obviously it's got the different paperback cover over the hardbook cover, and really good book. I've had a quick flick through it, but come through this special additional page, and there we go, look, signed by Stan Winston himself, and it is number 15,511 out of the 3,000 that were actually printed of this version. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, that was a real selling point for me, that the fact that he has actually signed on it. But going through the book, if you're into your creatures, you know I'm into my sideshow stuff, it's got so much information, glossy pictures, and I didn't even know he designed some of these creatures as well. I mean, it's new to me. It's pretty amazing. His studio also is absolutely awesome, but he's done more than just the Terminator and the Aliens. He's also done the likes of AI, artificial intelligence. He's done the Zathura movie. Let's go through some of the pictures with you. He's also involved in Constantine as well, which but the pictures are pretty amazing, and it's got an awful lot of information on it as well that you go through. I mean, this is from Terminator 3, where he done the design for the TX, which is there. Here you go. Darkness Falls, not a very good film, but an extremely creepy character in it as well. The Jurassic Parks 1 to 3, there's AI. It's just absolutely awesome. I mean, there's over 310 pages of this, and obviously I can't go through them all with you, and I can't sort of pan out to let you have a look properly, but I'll quickly flick while I'm wobbling on. But there's behind the scenes bits that you don't see in the movies, in the behind the scenes, but you do get to see it. I mean, this is The Relic. Do you remember that film set in the museum? That was a pretty awesome movie, and there's some wonderful pictures of the Predators. There's Congo, also Interview with the Vampire, he also done. It's pretty stunning stuff, and I like my books. Obviously I just bought the Sucker Punch behind the scenes artwork book, and then we got this one too. And it's just, I'm just bowled over. I'd love to go to a studio where he's got all these props and stuff sitting there, so you can look at them and have pictures taken with them, Linda Hamilton and the model that gets exploded in the apocalypse. The team Terminator 2 ideas that go through it on it as well. It's pretty all amazing stuff. That's my post just arrived then. Here we go, the Predator. I found really interesting, Wolf. Some other film I've never heard of. All the different costumes for the aliens and Alien, the Alien Queen. It's an awesome book, and I totally recommend it. I mean, it cost me 35 quid. Some people would say it's a bit expensive. Actually, I think that's quite a good deal, value for money. As I say, if you don't want the signature one, you could probably get it for 20 quid. I wouldn't ever get any of the used ones, however, because I'm sure they might be damaged, and if you're fussy, the front covers are knackered and so forth. But there you go, guys. Not as much as I showed you last time, but hey, my other video was quite recent, and now obviously I've got the house thing to contend with. I'll be buying a bit less because I've got to do the smart thing, and then it'll all pick up again. But I'll always have stuff out. I'll do the steelbook for the Captain Phillips coming up soon as well. But until then, I hope you enjoyed my tour video of London as well as back home, so you can see my feet. And I'll catch all you guys again very, very soon. Bye bye.